What is up, Battlefielders? Aaron Sampson here.
And Ryan Schubert.
And today we are going to take a look at how to unlock the UCAV. Spoilers, it's a pain in the ass.
Screw that unlock.
Yeah.
Screw that assignment.
So how do you get the UCAV? The UCAV, here you go, as you see in this menu here, requires you to go play Air Superiority, get the Eyes in the Sky achievement, which is basically winning a round of Air Superiority, not so hard. The bitch is this jet fighter medal, which means you have to get these. Well, you have to get the jet fighter ribbon, which means you have to kill 5 jets in 1 round of Air Superiority, and you have to do that 3 times.
Oh, man.
Now, Air Superiority, as it stands right now, does not have enough tickets in a match to support 5 kills. You will oftentimes see rounds where nobody gets 5. Even the top jet doesn't get 5 kills. So, in order for you to accomplish this, particularly if you're not an experienced jet pilot, you need to start off by hopping in Air Superiority and just capping objectives. Capping objectives will basically level up your jet and give you the equipment to give you a fighting chance at shooting down other jets. What I'm talking about is your 30mm cannon rounds, which are just flat out more powerful than regular cannon rounds. And as we'll show you in a second, you can get better missiles that give you a better shot at shooting down jets.
So the advice to people such as myself who are terrible pilots is to get into Air Superiority. Don't even try to get into combat. Just go cap objectives.
Yeah.
And unlock those things that you're going to need to even have a fighting chance against superior pilots.
So here's an example. This is a very typical scoreboard, maybe a little low. Usually you'll see the top guys getting, 2 to 4 kills, and the bottom, like half your team will have 0 kills.
Right.
It's not atypical in these rounds. So, what you need to do, like I said, level up your jet, get your active radar missile that allows you to sneak up on somebody's tail and fire without locking on. The missile's auto-lock. That combined with a burst of 30mm is a pretty assured shoot down if you get close before you do it. So, if you absolutely hate air-to-air combat, you have other options. So, for example, once you've unlocked the laser-guided bombs by capping objectives, you can hop into a regular match and, make a pass at ground vehicles. You can also shoot down helicopters and other jets in regular mode. Here's the problem, though. In regular mode, people can eject.
Right.
So there's a very good chance that you will shoot down vehicles and not get the kills.
That was always my tactic.
So if you're on PC, here is how you unlock the UCAV. Type into your server browser high ticket and go search for a high ticket Air Superiority match.
You're gonna need high tickets.
Otherwise, it ain't gonna happen. Consequently, if you are on console, we would suggest the exact opposite. Go search for a low population server.
Otherwise, there's just too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yep. Now, another reason why it's so hard for you to get these kills is there's a lot of way for you to lose your kill. If you're shooting down an aircraft and it crashes before you shoot it down, you don't get the kill. If you're in the process of shooting down an aircraft and someone crashes into you and you die, you don't get the kill. If you're shooting down somebody, you don't get enough damage on them, and somebody else's rockets find them, you don't get the kill. So the only way for you to do it in a regular match would literally be for you to start killing early, kill regularly for an entire round, and if you basically have one bad span of a couple minutes, you won't get 5
You won't
kills.
get it.
Yeah.
So after you get all your unlocks taken care of, what you need to do is focus entirely on killing and forget about the objectives.
Yeah, so after that point, just forget about the objectives. So well, actually, that was just an anti-vehicle ribbon. That wasn't even the ribbon that I was looking for. I can't tell you how many of those I got. It took me 3 days to do this. Granted, it took me a couple days to figure out I should go search for a high-ticket match. So there you go, the jet fighter ribbon, that's what you're going for. You need 3 of those.
And there it is.
So I got my UCAV, and now I can never play Air Superiority ever again.
So, now let's talk about the UCAV.
The UCAV, it is a support class flying bomb weapon.
It's basically like a TV missile, but it's portable.
Yeah, it's a 2-hit kill on vehicles, most all vehicles. But here's the catch. It's got an incredibly long reload time. You have to take ammo bags with you to reload it, which means you won't have your XM25 or other more important pieces of equipment. It's got a weird range, so it's good in an intermediate range. It has a battery that runs out at long range, so you physically can't get it further than a certain point. and it has a really far throw, so you can't really hit targets that are close to you.
Right.
So it's basically it's a support class weapon made to support your team. Particularly if like your tanks are engaging another tank, it's a fantastic finishing weapon.
Yeah, this strikes me as a piece of equipment that's it's specialized, but it would be good for games where the battle is focused, like in Rush around objectives or Obliteration around the bomb, where you are supporting armor or engineers that are already engaged with enemy armor.
Exactly. I mean, it's a total weapon of opportunity. So here I was trying to chase down a helicopter, and if you see in the lower right corner, the battery just ran out, and I couldn't ramp up the speed. So that was out of its range. My recommendation is on most matches, go with C4, which is the highest level support unlock.
C4 is going to be more versatile.
Yeah, C4 is definitely going to be probably your better option. This being good in specialized circumstances.
Right.
Now, Ryan, what am I looking at here?
To cap off a week of fan appreciation double XP, DICE gave us the previously dev-only 3x scope for the 1911, which honestly is a little bit ridiculous, but it looks cool.
I'm going to say that is it's a good-looking gun.
It's good looking. I decided to trick it out as ridiculously as I possibly could for the sake of this video because I thought it was already silly to put a 3x scope on it. Honestly, though, playing around with it a little bit, it's actually not that bad. You know, the thing is that the pistols with the scope, they bounce around a bit. And it's not the most useful, but it's not as superfluous as you'd think. But you definitely, if you're going to roll with it, you're going to want to throw a laser sight of some kind just to give yourself a little bit of a hip fire boost, because when you get in close, you're not going to want to scope in.
Now, the 1911 was your favorite weapon from Battlefield 3, yeah?
It's been my favorite weapon in most games, I think.
And for people to get this scope, assuming they can still do it now, because you had to log in at a certain date to do it.
Yeah, you had to log in on the 5th, I think it was. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, I don't think this is a very good fan appreciation item. I mean, let's be honest, most of the time people aren't going to want to use a scope. And then on top of that, the Battlefield 4 unlock system is that you have to level the pistols individually. You don't get them as you naturally progress through your regular leveling. So you have to actually work pretty hard to even get to the 1911. I didn't unlock the 1911 until I had 300 kills with the 226. So it's going to take you a little while to get there.
So basically, to get this freebie scope, you're going to have to be really committed to pistols in the first place.
Pretty much. You're going to have to be really committed to pistols. Like I said, it took me 300 kills with the 226 just to get to the 1911. That said, it's a good pistol. It's worth getting to. But I think for most people, this is kind of not much of an offer. You know, I mean, it's going to take you hours and hours just to get there, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think they should have just gone ahead and, as a player appreciation, just given everybody the 1911.
That's what I would have done. I would have given out the handgun and been done with it.
I mean, it's not like, you know, veteran Battlefield players haven't unlocked this weapon many times over. It's nothing new to people, so I think, I don't know. I would like to push DICE to just go ahead and just give the 1911 along with the scope. I
think as far as a fan or player appreciation thing, giving away a spectacular sidearm is a good way to go.
Now, have you gotten to the suppressed 44?
The suppressor is not yet offered for the 44.
Oh, well, maybe we'll get the suppressed 44 Magnum finally someday.
One day.
That is total speculation on our part.
If you're listening, DICE.
Might have been.
All right, now I'm off to play Commander Mode on my tablet. At work.
Have fun with that. All right, we'll see y'all out on the battlefield.